This is the front of my trailer. It is straight, it's not cracked or broken, and it's not missing any pieces. This is the side of my trailer. It is straight, it's not cracked or broken, it's not bent, not missing any pieces, not missing any rivets. These are my lights and reflectors all the way down the trailer. They're amber in color. They're not cracked, broken, or missing. They're clean and in good working condition. They're securely mounted. You could say with bolts or screws that are present tight, not cracked, broken, or missing. Securely mounted, and they serve as running lights, left and right turn signals, and four-way flashers. Good. And we're moving down here. I come across my DOT reflective tape. It's securely mounted, it's red and white in color, and it's properly spaced. And actually, since we're here, these are the winches. Some of them are bolted, some of them actually slide, but they're securely mounted, they're not cracked, broken, or missing, good working condition. And yeah, that's good with there. And then we come down here. This is my landing gear. It is securely bolted to the frame with bolts that are present and tight, not cracked, broken, or missing. I got a crank handle over there. That is not cracked, broken, or missing. It's securely mounted with a bolt that is present and tight, not cracked, broken, or missing. And it is securely mounted in its area over there. These are the legs of my landing gear. They are straight, not cracked, broken, or missing, no illegal welds, in good working condition. These are my landing gear feet. They are not cracked, broken, or missing. They have no debris on top of them, and they are raised all the way up. And then there's plenty of space between my landing gear and my tractor. And we go over here. This is my frame. It is straight. It's not cracked, broken, or missing. There's no illegal welds or illegal holes. And then I have my trailer cross members. They are straight. They're not cracked, broken, or missing. They run straight across the trailer, and they're securely bolted into the trailer floor. And then we walk down. Okay. My suspension system, I have a front spring mount right here. This is on the trailer, so it is welded in, securely welded to the frame. It's not cracked, broken, or missing. It's in good working condition. This is my leaf spring bushing. It is it's not cracked, broken, or missing. Good working condition. It's not loose. Then I have my leaf spring down here. It is not cracked, broken, or missing. It's straight and not shifted. It is secured to the axle with an anchor plate, 2 U-bolts, and 4 nuts that are all present and tight, not cracked, broken, or missing. I then have my shock absorber. Where's it at? Right here. It's way over here. Shock absorber. It's secured to the frame and to the axle with bolts that are present and tight, not cracked, broken, or missing. The shock absorber itself is straight, not cracked, broken, or missing, and it's not leaking hydraulic fluid. This is my airbag mount. You want to come over here? Okay, that's my airbag mount. It is securely bolted to the frame with bolts that are present and tight, not cracked, broken, or missing. The mount itself is not cracked, broken, or missing. Good working condition. Then I have my airbag. There are no abrasions, bubbles, or cuts, and it's not leaking air. Okay, we can come around here to the brake system. Those are my air hoses right there. There are no abrasions, bubbles, or cuts. They are securely mounted to the spring brake chamber with fittings that are present and tight, not cracked, broken, or missing. I then have my ABS line right there, securely mounted. There are no frays, there are no exposed wires, and it's not cracked or broken. I then have my spring brake chamber. It is not cracked or broken. You can probably see it over here. Yeah, maybe so, maybe not. It is not cracked or broken. It's securely mounted to the axle with bolts that are present and tight, not cracked, broken, or missing. It is held together with 2 clamps that are not leaking air. Here, just get this, there you go. Yeah, it's held together with 2 clamps that are not leaking air. The clamps are held together with bolts that are present and tight, not cracked, broken, or missing. And the whole unit is not leaking air. Good working condition. Where's it at? Oh, you can't see it, okay. My spring brake chamber has a push rod. It's straight, it's not cracked, broken, or missing, not bent. When I pull on it with my hand hard, I am not able to pull it out more than 1 inch when the brakes are released. When the brakes are released. I then have my slack adjuster. Come right here. Right where I was. Slack adjuster. There you go. It's not cracked, broken, or missing. It's securely mounted. It forms a 90-degree angle when my brakes are applied. The push rod and the slack adjuster are held together with clevis and cotter pins. I then go to my brake lining. It has at least 1/4 inch of braking material. There's no grease and there's no debris on the braking surface, and the lining itself is not cracked, broken, or missing. I then have my drum. It's not cracked, broken, or missing. There's no illegal welds or illegal holes. All right, then I go to my dual tire system. Got my dual wheel system. There's no spacer between my wheels. My wheels are mounted flushly together. There's no debris between my wheels or my tires, and my tires are not rubbing up against each other. I then go to my tires. ICD, inflation, condition, and depth. My inflation is at 100%, almost said it, 100 PSI, or per manufacturer specification. I know this because I check it with the tire air pressure gauge on the valve stem, which is right here. The valve stem is not cracked or broken. It's not leaking air. It's properly capped. It's not touching any part of the wheel here. Good. The condition of my tires. There are no abrasions, bubbles, or cuts. It's not leaking air on any part of any of these tires. Tire tread depth. My tire tread depth is at least 2/32 of an inch. I know this because I measure it with the tire tread depth gauge right here. I then go down to my bead. My tire is well beaded to the rim. There's no cracks or bends on any part of my beaded area. I then go to my wheel. My wheel is not cracked or broken. There's no illegal welds or illegal holes. My wheel is secured with lug nuts that are present and tight, not cracked, broken, or missing. I do not have any rust marks or shiny marks around any of my lug nuts. If I did, that would indicate a loose lug nut. I have a hub oil seal. It looks like a hat. Don't say that in the exam. Hub oil seal. It is securely mounted with bolts that are present and tight, not cracked, broken, or missing. It is fully up. It has the oil level is up to the full mark. I know because I checked it before I arrived. I also have a cap right here. The cap is present and tight. It's not cracked, broken, or missing, and it's not leaking fluid. In fact, this whole area is not leaking fluid on either side of the tire. I then make my way over to the splash guards. The splash guards are not cracked, broken. They're not ripped or torn. There's no frays on the bottom here. There's plenty of space between the ground and the splash guard. It's not dragging. And there's plenty of space of the splash guard between my tires. Plenty of space between my splash guard and my tires. It's securely bolted with securely mounted with bolts that are present and tight. They're not cracked, broken, or missing. My DOT reflective tape, properly spaced. It's red and white. It's securely mounted. My rear red lights and reflectors, they are properly mounted. They are red in color, properly mounted, not cracked, broken, or missing. Securely mounted. Oh, and they serve as the brake light, the running lights, left and right turn signals, and four-way flashers. And then I have my 2 rear amber lights. They're amber in color, clean and in good working condition, not cracked, broken, or missing. And they serve as running lights, four-way flashers, and I believe that's it. Running lights and forward flashers, they might also help out with left right turn signals, I'm not really sure. On our other trailer, they're all red, so you don't got to talk about amber. But you do got to talk about this. Under here, there is a clear license plate light, clear in color, clean and in good working condition, not cracked, broken, or missing. Serves as the license plate light. And I will now do my coupling system.